Sagen Sie dem Kommandostab, wir greifen an. Sie sollen
Jesus, that was close! We're gonna get splattered! My ears are ringing now! All hell's about to break loose!
Relax, we got this. We gotta dig in! Hold position! Find a good spot! We got company!
Oh, hell no! Hell no! Hell no! They're gonna try to cut us down! Over here! Now, hold on! I can't even think straight! We're getting pinned down! Come on, man! This is some bullshit! Down!
Station, this is Observer. Requesting explosive rounds here. Fire the guns, hit them hard. Fire artillery. Bring it down on them, come on!
3230 ready? 3230. Right! Look up! Get line! Fire! Cover me! Let's go! Eyes on target! Got him! Good shot, brother!
They didn't like that! Friendly artillery incoming! They're coming in!
It's a grenade! Frag out!
Don't end empty round! We are holding this! Come on!
Got more incoming! That's us, man! It's anti-tank fire! AT, move! Doc, I can't get out of here!
Showtime! I'm coming! Suck on this! Get clear! Get clear! Yeah! Don't be stupid, man! Give up!
In a last-ditch effort, the Germans committed over 400,000 men to the Ardennes forest. Overconfident allies were caught by surprise, their lines nearly broken. The ensuing chaos would become known as the Battle of the Bulge. Those events now personified in this amazing playset from BMC Toys. Welcome back, Commanders. Let's recon. We start with the box. As always, BMC Toys gives enticing artwork, with an overview of the playset and a detailed list that would make any General Staff officer envious. Alright, let's go ahead and open this thing. And on the front panel we see the assembly instructions, as well as a couple of other BMC's great sets. Battle of Saipan. Side flaps include more information on the vehicles and the equipment that you'll find in here. Opposite side features the German equipment, the half-track Panzer, Panther, and the Tiger 1 tank. It's time to raise the roof. We can see a lot of protective packaging. That is much appreciated. Here in classic BMC style, everything is assorted nice and neat in their own bags. Let's take a look at this first one here. Looks like we got some props. There is the concertina wire, some more soldiers here. These are the Germans. And these bags, they got some weight to them, I'll tell you what. Here are some flat looking trees. Let's see what's in this one. The Americans are in this one. It's like we found the platoon. Here's the flag bag with the old German Iron Cross, the American flag. I think that's 48 stars on there, so that's historically accurate. The 3-man artillery crew. Here is the German artillery. Oh, here's one of the Shermans. Double bagged here, nice protective packaging. The turret is right here. We got the half-track here. See, what is this? Looks like more props. We got the walls, trees, and that bombed out house, as well as the wood fences. And you know, I love this protective packaging. That's much appreciated. Something fell out here. What was that? There's 2 turrets in here. Okay. And the Tiger tank turret on the inside. Nice detailing. Oh yes, here's the Panther tank. Got a nice degree of detailing. Turret on the inside. Found the other Sherman. And here is the American half-track. We can see the crew inside there. Looks like we got some assembly to do. So first up is one of the Sherman tanks. We noticed here that the turret is inside here, and the 50 cal is taped inside, so we want to be careful getting that out. Don't want to damage the barrel. The turret is out. Nice shiny plastic. Barrel can actually swivel up and down, not too much, but just enough. Those aren't stickers, those are actually printed onto there. So for the 50 cal, that is looks like the place where it goes, and it looks like it just slides right in. It just pops in pretty easy. Now it's time for the turret to go on. The one thing I did notice about these turrets is that they got these 2 little notches here on the left and right of the turret. So you can see here and here, and then there's 2 notches on the tank frame itself. So it looks like you put it right onto the side, or turn the turret to the side, and then you're able to turn it forward, and it pretty much locks into place. Next up, we'll take a look at the Panther. Its machine gun is taped on the front, and we notice that the hatches on these can actually open. There's a little ridge on that hatch. I think that's actually where the machine gun goes. But first, let's put the commander in. He fits in there nice and snug. All right, let's set this into place, just like so. Turret is on with the commander out of the hatch. Take a shot at getting that machine gun on there. So you can see it kind of pops on there like so. At the overview, we can confirm that we have the total amount of pieces. And we have a wide assortment of vehicles and stances as well as props. What I noticed for the American side is that most of the stances of the soldiers come in twos, so you have pairs. The Germans typically just have 1-for-1. I think as far as the American side goes, I think the artillery crew, the half-track, and that one sniper are the only single poses. The thing about this set for me is that it strikes almost a perfect balance between fun and realism, in that you can see the amount of detailing in the equipment of the soldiers on both sides. Both the Americans and the Germans look great. Then you add in the fact that you have so many props, you can let your imagination run wild with these set-piece battles. At the inspection lineup, we start with the radio operator, both the standing and the kneeling one. Then we have the lone figure for the artillery, and the two bazookamen. Then we've got two guys here with their 45s. I'm assuming that's a 45. Looks like he just ran out of ammo, and he's got danger close. See the rifleman there. Nice amount of detailing around the gear belt. Flamethrower guy looks pretty awesome too. The one thing I noticed about these guys is that their gear and some of their arms and limbs, it appears to be that those are actually separate pieces and that they were glued on. But they were done in such a way that the quality remains high and consistent. You can see the contour of the clothing. Everything looks great on these guys in all the stances. And we finally round it out with the bar gunner and the sniper laying down. Then there was a lot of German poses. We're going to start here with these big heavy machine gunner. I love that guy. We've got the grenadier, the flamethrower. We've got the flamethrower. It's interesting. He's running, but we don't see another type of flamethrower in an aggressive stance as if he's shooting one. And that observation that I had for the American side holds true for the German side. Some of the poses appear to be pieced together. And as I said, they're done in such a way that the quality remains high and consistent. And we come around here to the medical staff. That guy's definitely having a bad day, but it could be worse. Radio operator on the binocs standing next to the officer. And we've got the guy surrendering. Then we got another guy running, could be carrying an ammo box, and then this guy looks like he's carrying the cot for the wounded. And the last 6 poses for the Germans are coming up next. So here we've got the in-place machine gunner. We got this guy stalking, and then we close out with this wounded soldier here. We start out with this very sad pose. It looks like he was holding something in his hand. It looks like that could have been a magazine for his machine gun. And we have this wounded soldier here. It's hard to tell, but it looks like he got hit in the leg. There's the kneeling American with his M1 Garand. You can see here, it looks like his arm maybe was glued on, as well as the backpack. So that's kind of what I was talking about here. Standing rifleman. He's got his trench shovel on his back. Good amount of detail on these guys. Here's the medic. I thought it was pretty cool. They was able to get the med sign kind of raised on the front back of the helmet as well as on the back. There's more of the medical staff. And these guys just actually can come right off. I can see the cross on the front and the back. Here's the machine gunner. This guy is definitely a beast. Put him in some armor, he would probably be like the Juggernaut on Call of Duty. And we've got a runner. He's got some supplies. Looks like an ammo box. I think that's got to be ammo, yeah, because he's got a bunch of ammo around his neck. This guy definitely, for sure, his arm is like it's like it's glued on there. Again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just an observation. Here we have the American flamethrower. That looks like it's kind of pieced onto the back. Very cool stance in this. I love the detailing on the helmet as well. It's like he's got the net on there. And here's one of the guys that we couldn't get on the inspection lineup. Having a hard time getting him to sit still. You can see he's got a little bit of detailing on the front and the back. Here's the American guy sitting down. He's got his rifle sitting down, perhaps in the back of the half truck, ready to go. This is the side gunner, the guy that's on the half track. He's shooting the machine gun that's on the side. And then here is the main 50 caliber machine gunner, the guy that's on the top. German officer. Nice square looking jaw on that guy. And here, this is a very cool pose. Guy wielding the Thompson machine gun. And I like this guy too. He's got the old grease gun out there. Could be maybe a lieutenant. Hope he knows what he's doing. Here's the machine gunner. Looks like he's calling out for maybe more ammo or something here. But his buddy appears to be pointing out a target. So he may be just be acknowledging what his partner's pointing at. Another awesome pose here. This guy looks like he just ran out of ammo. Had to go to a sidearm. I would definitely say he's got some danger close in the vicinity. Here's the pesky Panzer Shrek. Now, this guy, you always got to be watching out for this guy. And if it was Battlefield 5, I was typically this guy. For comparison's sake, we took a Timmy Army man next to the kneeling American. So you can see the size comparison is about the same, but definitely the BMC set has more gear and equipment. Now we move on to the vehicles. Of course, we have a wide assortment of vehicles, tanks, half-tracks, and artillery. So we're taking another look at this Sherman. Again, nice, shiny plastic. Good amount of detailing along the sides here, as well as the gears. The one thing I do want to do is I would like to compare it to some of the other Shermans that come out of BMC. So this is the Sherman tank that you'll find in the Iwo Jima playset. You can buy this individually as well, but you can see just how large the size difference is between these two guys. So this one from the Iwo Jima set is definitely much larger. So the larger BMC tank has stickers on it, whereas the one on the right here for the Battle of the Bulge, those stars are printed on the turret. Now we move on to the American half-track, bristling with machine guns, 150 cal up front, two 30 cals on the side. And this machine gun can actually be moved around a little bit, but the gunner himself, he can't actually move entirely 360 degrees. In your 30 cal gunner, he can actually go to the other side and he can man the other gun. I do wish you had one more figure for that, so you could actually be manning both guns at the same time on either side. No, got them set in there. Good amount of detailing on this thing as well. And coming up next, the 105 howitzer. The gun can be moved up and down. The wheels move. As well as they got a good feeling to them. The actual black plastic part, it feels like maybe a different material. Here's the Panzer IV. Great amount of detailing there. Little machine gun on the front. That turret comes off. We're going to put this stubby turret on here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I want to try something here. Let's see if I can fit that on there. We're going to Frankenstein this thing. It's, well, no, I can't really do it. Oh well. Yeah, well, I wanted to give it a try. Oh well. Here is the infamous Tiger tank. Commander out of the hatch. Good amount of detailing along the top. The sides, not so much. A little dull. Here's the back. The engine compartment. That's a vital area if you want to take this thing out. Finally, we have the Panther tank. Notice the turret on this one. It can stand up a little bit, but it's a little bit soft. The tracks on this one have a little bit more detail. The back has this little hook. It's interesting. They got the hook here, but they don't have any equipment that they can pull around. You can't pull the flat cannon. There's the hitch for this one, but the Germans don't have any equipment they can hitch it. So, well, I got an idea for that. So we're going to look at this. Here you can see a little bit of detailing on the inside. The floorboards down there. Wheels move quite freely. So on the American side, you don't see any hitches. So I just want to see if this American 105 will fit this thing. Looks like it does. We've stolen the American artillery. And this is the old Flak 36 cannon. I know what you're thinking, but Bill, you used it like a howitzer in the show. I know, I don't care. Remember when I said this was a howitzer? I lied. But seriously, check out this little knob action right here. It's pretty cool. The set also comes with some static equipment. Here's a bar and an emplaced AT weapon. Both sides get one of each of these things. Here's the mortar. A simple instrument, but can be so devastating. We now move on to the props. As stated earlier, this comes with a huge selection of props. You can arrange a little village in almost an infinite amount of ways. First up, we're going to take a look at this concertina wire. You can see here in the packaging, it comes out flat, but you can take it, you can roll it, and actually lock it into place. I love what they did there. It's quite flexible as well. Next, we have the barbed wire. On the front here, this is where the detailing's at. You can see the little wood grain, but on the back, it's mostly flat. This is where you can also see where the two pieces can join together. So you can put two pieces together, or you can just link them all together and make one long piece. And here is the stone wall formation. This one is the L one, and this is the straight piece. Pretty much the same thing. Hollowed on the inside. And here's the rock formation. We've seen this in a couple of the other BMC sets as well. Here's the spiked barricade. Appears to be constructed out of wood. If you're driving a vehicle, a tank or half-track, you're going to have to pay attention to where these are at. And here's the ruined mansion here. Not much of a mansion, but it's definitely in ruins, whatever it was. As you can see, pretty much all the detailing is on the front there. Nothing too much going on the back. Here's the American flag, familiar to other BMC sets. And here's the rock formation as its base. Here's the trees. So the trees are definitely interesting. They've got detailing on the front and back. You've got 3 colors and 2 of each color. Here's the brown, here's the gray, and the tan. Here is the alternative German flag. Then we have these trees here. These are some gnarly looking tree formations. Something about these green ones that just, I don't know, it stirs a memory that I can't quite place. But you can see these trees, while they've got detailing on the front and back, they're actually quite narrow. So you really get the most out of them when you're looking at them straight on. Well, that just about does it for this video. If you're a World War II history buff or know someone who is, this is a fantastic set. Great amount of soldiers, great amount of vehicles and props. Just a great, great set. There was definitely a lot of content to cover in this one, and if you're still with me, thank you for tagging along. I hope you enjoyed this recon mission. If so, like, comment, and subscribe. For Call of Plastic, I'm Bill Greenwater. We'll see you soon. and sooner than a year.